So we're here in our bathroom and we're about to take a test. So I'm supposed to be due in 2 days, but of course you can check a little early. And I would just like to know, to have a peace of mind and just to see.
See if I need to keep trying.
Yeah. It's so silly. So we're praying, for the best. And, it is what it is. We would love for it to be positive. But we trust God. First of all, that's all I can say.
At the same time, I'm not going to be crushed if it's negative. Because then we can keep trying.
Yeah, he is something else. All right, let's get on this test. You ready? Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Good thing it comes with two. It's kind of there, but
yeah, it's like
only from certain angles.
Yeah, it's like
I would have to say negative.
Okay, you guys, it's morning. The big guy's at work, that's why he's not here. But yeah, just going to check the results. I took another test because I know they say in the morning, it's better to test in the morning. So I did because I had a full bladder. But yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm like, at this point, it's what it is. After the prayer that I prayed this morning, because not say I was a little disappointed last night, but I kind of was disappointed. And I'm like, because it seemed like something was there, but it's all good. But everything happens for a reason, and God's timing is perfect. So I don't want it to say no. Oh my God. I know that's being selfish, but I don't want it to say no. I can't, y'all. Okay. I don't even know I'm gonna post this, cause I don't know I'm gonna post this, but oh well, let's do it. And this is a clear blue, so if this is accurate AF, okay? Hopefully. I'm trying not to cry, y'all, because I don't want to be dehydrated. Oh my God. Oh, it's upside down. See, I'm tripping. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Heavenly Father. Thank you. I'm just praying, Lord, in the name of Jesus, that we have a healthy and safe pregnancy, even in the midst of this global pandemic, even with all the stress and the noise and everything going on around us. God, please be a shield of protection, of healing, of just, oh my gosh, just everything that we need to make sure that this baby is healthy, and we, oh God, oh my 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 gosh, oh my gosh. Thank you, Father, thank you, Father, thank you, Father. Hey y'all, hey, what's going on? I hope you guys are doing well. First of all, I just want to say Happy New Year, Happy 2021. I hope you guys had a wonderful and amazing and safe Christmas, and I hope that you guys had a wonderful New Year, bringing in the new year. I'm just praying for a better year for all of us, okay? In the name of Jesus, hallelujah. So I know it's been a while, but as you guys can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about something that is pretty traumatic, pretty heartbreaking, and something that I've been dealing with for the past couple of weeks. So we're going to talk about that today. I told you guys in the last vlog that I was going through something, but as you guys can see from the title, this is what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to try to be quick because a lot has happened in the past couple of weeks, but I just want to be open and transparent because I don't know, this has been hard. It's been depressing, confusing, but I want to heal and move forward with this in a positive way. At my previous miscarriage in 2017, if you guys don't know, we experienced a miscarriage back in 2017 at 9 weeks before we had my son, and here we are going through a second one again at 10 weeks. So but talking about it was very healing, and it was nice knowing I wasn't alone. People were sharing their stories and everything. So I want to move past this, but I don't want to wait another week or two. I just want to get it over with and just move forward, and I just want to have a better year, okay? Today I am 10 weeks pregnant, or I was 10 weeks pregnant. It was gonna be hard. But yes, today I would have been 10 weeks pregnant, but unfortunately it's coming to an end. Sorry if I'm talking low, Tristan's behind me sleeping, so I want to make sure that he gets enough rest. But yeah, we found out we were pregnant on November 21st. We were very excited. I've always wanted a big family, well, 3 to 4 kids. You know, after I had my 2, I was like, ooh, I don't know now. But I knew that I always wanted 3. Just something about having 3 kids that just I love. And that was on my vision board, and obviously, I mean, I did get pregnant, but obviously things didn't go how we thought. So, but unfortunately it's coming to an end. But let's go back to how all of this even got started. So we took a target test, you know, just to see if something popped up. Then we confirmed it with Clear Blue, the digital, and the rapid response. The digital one turned pregnant quick, and then the lines got dark so quickly, so I was pregnant. So we called to schedule an appointment, but the doctor, I guess she doesn't take patients before 8 weeks just because, you know, sometimes it's too early and stuff like that, which I get. But that was like the longest, what, 5 weeks to wait ever. So our first appointment came. We were very excited for our first appointment. Finally, I was 8 weeks and 2 days, so that was plenty of time to, you know, for the baby to form and to be, you know, to be seen and everything. With the COVID restrictions and stuff like that, the big guy couldn't come in with me, but I was able to FaceTime him. So I had my phone, you know, near the screen and stuff like that. So let me just say, there were a lot of red flags, but you know, sometimes you just go with the flow. That is just like, okay, well, I have to remember I'm not in Maryland anymore. Hospitals and doctors do different things, because I had both of my kids here in Maryland, and this one would have been born in Texas. So everybody does things differently. Nurse assistant, she warned me that there could be a chance that they might not see a baby. It could be early and stuff like that, which is why, like I said, they schedule appointments late and stuff like that. So I was just like, okay, that's fine, you know, let's just hope that I'm far along where we should see something. So the doctor came in and everything, and she did abdominal. So the abdominal ultrasound is where they do the ultrasound at the top. So she did that, and and all she saw was the sac. No baby, no fetal pole, no sac, no yolk sac, just the sac where the baby's supposed to be in. So she didn't really look long, you know, around and stuff like that. So I just started crying. I just started like freaking out because that's not the news that I wanted to hear, you know. And I felt like I kept seeing something like at the bottom, but like I said, she didn't really look long enough for us to like really examine and stuff. So long story short, I had to go to the hospital to get a transvaginal ultrasound because she didn't have the transvaginal ultrasound. I guess she doesn't do that, or she just doesn't have the machine. So I had to go to the hospital to get that done. So, you know, she warned me, you know, this is normal, stuff like that. And of course, I mean, with me having a miscarriage before, I know it's not my fault. It happens out of our control. You know, she made sure that I was comforted in knowing that it was not my fault and stuff like that. But then she started warning me about the termination of the pregnancies and, you know, bringing up D&Cs and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, well, can we just make sure that things aren't, you know, can we just make sure that things aren't what we think they are before we start talking about termination already? So that didn't sit well with me because I had hope, you know, like I said, I had hope because I thought I saw something, but I didn't want to argue with a professional. But I was like, okay, well, let's go get this transvaginal done, see what they can see, and then we'll go from there before I even start thinking about miscarriage and D&Cs and stuff like that. So I went over to the hospital, and this is another red flag that really pissed me off. Warned me that I couldn't see anything, she couldn't tell me anything, I couldn't hear anything. I was like, what do you mean I can't see and you can't tell me anything? She said that it's their policy that they can't show us anything on the screen. They can't let us listen to the sound. It was like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And I guess it's because, I don't know if they're contractors and they have, you know, strict rules where they don't want to say anything. They leave it up to your OB. It's like that. I don't know. But when I heard that news, I just said, so I'm just going to sit here, let you do your thing in my vagina, but you can't tell me what's going on. So I was a little heated about that because that's not what I was expecting. But I just said, I just want to move forward and just get it over with. Did the scanning and everything, and then they sent over the pictures and stuff to my OB. So later that night, she called and said that they found the fetal pole, they found the yolk sac, but there wasn't a heartbeat. So, oh my gosh. I'm sitting here like, everything's good. We're going to find, you know, they're going to find the baby. Everything's going to be good. Da, 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 da. And then to be in the comfort of your own home and getting a phone call saying that there was no heartbeat. Like, I was too through. So then she started warning me again. You know, she was comforting me again, but then she started warning me about, you know, she just started warning me about miscarriages and procedures on how to go about miscarriages. You know, you can do the pill, you can do it naturally, or you can get the D&C. It's like that. So I wasn't even trying to hear all that. When I first found out I was pregnant, y'all, the first thing I did was I prayed about this pregnancy. Whether you have a miscarriage at 4 weeks, 17 weeks, stillborn, it doesn't matter. When you experience a loss, you look at pregnancy different. But you have, to me, I feel like praying about it gives you that reassurance that things are going to be okay, that the pregnancy is in God's hand. So that's the first thing I did, was I prayed over my pregnancy, because what I didn't do before I had Tristan, I didn't pray over that baby. I prayed over Maddie, I prayed over Tristan. So I said, oh, I gotta pray over this. But when she was explaining the whole miscarriage things like that, I wasn't even trying to hear that. So she said that she wanted me to come back in a couple of weeks to do another follow-up. It's like that, to see if things progressed and got better and stuff like that. Fast forward to the following week, her assistant called me and wanted me to come in after. So the appointment was Tuesday. She wanted me to come in that following Wednesday. So I told her, I said I wanted to wait because, for one, we were going home. So as you guys can see, I'm here. So I'm here in Maryland right now, which kind of worked out. And I'll explain a little bit. But yeah, I'm not at home. I'm in Maryland. So I told her that we were going out of town. So this trip was already planned and everything, but I didn't know for one I was going to be pregnant, and then for two I didn't know this was going to happen. So I told her that I wanted to wait until I got back because that gave me enough time to let the baby grow, or if it did end in a miscarriage, it allowed my body to do its thing. Because like I said, I've been through this before. So when I first had my miscarriage, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to happen. But now I know what to expect, and for the most part, what is going to happen with a miscarriage. So I told her I wanted to wait. I didn't want to go back in because I didn't want to see another doctor. I just didn't want to deal with it at the moment. So she was like that she didn't want me to wait another week. She wanted me to come in just to see if things progress. So I just said, all right, whatever. So of course I put on some worship music. I was just getting in the mood. I was like, ooh, baby's gonna grow, baby's gonna be okay, we're gonna see this heartbeat. Because I'm in these mom groups on these apps, baby apps and stuff like that, and moms were saying, oh, at 5 weeks they didn't find a heartbeat, or at 6 weeks they didn't find a heartbeat, and I went in 2 weeks later and the heartbeat was there. And even when I shared my experience, when I shared my post on Instagram, a lot of people shared that their empty sac, or a friend had an empty sac and they went in later and the baby was fine. So I just knew that that was my story. Like that's how much faith and hope I had in this, because I was not willing to give up. Like I just knew my baby was okay. So I got in the mood. I got in the mood and I did transvaginal again. Still couldn't see anything. She couldn't talk to me, and I said, hey, it is what it is. I just want to hear good news, and that's all I want to know. So fast forward to that night, the OB called again, and she said that the baby did grow, but there still wasn't a heartbeat. So I was like, how is the baby growing but there's no heartbeat? Like I can't grow if my heart's not beating. So she explained it to me. That's the difference between having an OB. I'm not against OBGYNs at all. Like I admire OBs and everything, but honestly that is why I prefer a midwife, because I feel like OBs are too technical, like as far as like the terminology. From a midwife standpoint, it's more nurturing and more understanding, because it's like, I don't know, it's weird the difference between. At that point I just said, wow. So then of course she started warning me again about miscarriages and preparing myself to pass this stuff or whatever. Like I said, I was literally holding on to faith, just believing that things are going to be okay and stuff. You come on. So things didn't turn out the way that I thought, and here we are. And I know.
It's okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
How do you feel about everything?
I'm very sad, but I'm proud of the way you've been handling it.
Yeah. Like I'm really surprised, because like I really just want to cry, but I can't. I'm so tired of crying. I'm so tired of stressing. I'm just tired, y'all.
We'll get another one.
Okay. I'm so sad just talking about it.
It's unfortunate. It happens. It could be worse.
Yeah.
I mean, could have been something wrong with the baby. Might have caused problems for you. Who knows? So, we'll just have to try again. I'm not even on the camera.
Okay then. You're so silly.
We'll get through it. not the end of the world. So, they're a lot worse to lose them after they're born.
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole different...
Yeah, that'd be a different ball game.
Yeah.
Completely. I don't even want to think about it.
Alright.
Can they see how cute this one is?
I know he's actually sleeping. Yeah. Love you too. Even the first time hearing the news, I've just been depressed. I've been sad. I have not been in a good mental space. Definitely not physical or emotional, but mental, I just haven't been right. Because at least with our previous miscarriage, you know, we were in Maryland, we were close to family, friends. So, you know, my mom, my in-laws, they would come over, you know, make sure we were okay and stuff like that. But with us being thousands of miles away, it didn't help to have to go through that period, especially with the big guy working, and then, you know, me being at home with the kids. You know, they've been seeing, because like this pregnancy, like I was so sick, y'all. I was nauseous, throwing up every day. I was throwing up water. Like I was so sick, and the kids didn't know what was going on. They just said, "Mommy, you okay? Mommy, you okay?" And now with this, you know, they don't really know what's going on. But I guess because we really haven't been talking about baby lately, since hearing the news, they kind of, well, Maddie, you know, she's older, and she's not stupid. Have not been in a good mental space, but kind of what like I said, we're here in Maryland now. So me being the person I am, I had to advocate for myself, because first of all, like I said, with the news that we were only told by what she was seeing off of the images, not what we saw on the screen together, so like that. Because you know, at ultrasound meetings, it's like that, they show you everything, it's like that. We didn't do that, so I just needed a second opinion to have a peace of mind. But there aren't, oh my gosh, y'all, I'll get on that later. So since we were coming to Maryland, I was like, you know what, I wanted to call the prenatal care that I had both my kids at, because at least we had a good experience with, you know, the prenatal care that we got where we were in Maryland. So I called and I told them I was coming up and everything, and surprisingly, like, I didn't think that I could get in, because for one, I moved, and two, I just assumed that, you know, they were going to be full and stuff like that. But they scheduled me right away. So I started bleeding lightly on New Year's Day. Yeah, talk about the holiday season, right? I started noticing some spotting on New Year's Day, but like I said, in the mom groups, everybody said this was normal. It was because people were exercising, or, you know, I just got that ultrasound and maybe it messed with my cervix. You know, like I said, literally just living by faith. Like I was literally holding on to mustard seed faith, thinking that everything was okay. I woke up this morning and it was like period blood. And when you start seeing that kind of blood, sorry if this is graphic, but this is real life, that's not a good sign. So I got on my knees and I just said, God, just let us get home safely. You know, I'll always pray for safe travels, but like, as far as my health, which I don't suggest traveling like that, but I just felt in my spirit that we needed to be home. And I'm so glad that it worked out where now I'm like really starting to see things. Like I'm heavily bleeding. Haven't really been cramping, but I've been passing things like I did last time. And but if it's different because I'm surrounded by my family. I'm surrounded by my loved ones, and it doesn't feel lonely. Because if this would have happened back at home in Texas while the big guys were working, I would have felt so alone. Because I can't go, I don't know people around, and I just can't go outside and be like, hey neighbor, I'm having a miscarriage, help me, you know. I just, no. So we're here. So yeah, I'm pretty much miscarrying and just letting my body do its thing like it did last time. And then when I go back, they'll, you know, draw blood to make sure my HCG levels are going down. And That's it, y'all. On this, like the big guy said, I'm handling this pretty well. Like, as you guys can see, I'm not really crying. It's like I'm emotional, but I've taken time to process this, because one thing therapy has taught me is to process things. Because like I said, I was literally just holding on to faith, hoping that things were going to work out, but it didn't. But that still didn't make me mad at God. I didn't question him. I didn't feel defeated, because the first time I felt so defeated because I thought something's wrong with my body. Why am I miscarrying? I'm young. You know, I had a healthy child before. Like, what is going on? But this time, like, even after having 2 healthy kids and miscarrying again, I didn't question my body. I didn't question God. I just said, you know what? This is happening for a reason, even when I don't understand. And that's why I'm at peace with this, knowing that it's happening for a reason. And you know, with miscarriages, you know, most cases it's because of abnormalities in the chromosomes. And you know, if a baby progresses with abnormal chromosomes, you end up with birth defects and serious issues down the line. And one thing I'm learning is that God will never give you anything that you can't handle. I'm coming to terms with it. I did a video earlier this year or last year about you know, after having a miscarriage, and I look back on that video not too long ago, before I even was pregnant, and I remember what I said. So I'm going to stick to my word and take this on in a positive way, even though it's like, girl, how can you be positive when you're losing a life? I know, but like I said, God would never take anything away from us without giving you something better. So maybe this baby, you know, maybe had some chromosome abnormalities. I don't know. Maybe this baby wouldn't have developed right. Maybe it would have had some abnormalities. I don't know. But that's where I can't question God, because he has the answer. But I know and believe that in due time, he will bless us with another healthy baby. And I mean, honestly, I'm at the point where I don't even care. Like, I would love a baby girl to complete the family. But at this point, I just want a healthy baby. I don't care. I just want a healthy baby next time around. But, yeah, I'm just coming to terms with it. And like I said, I guess because I know what to expect when it comes to miscarriage, because I've experienced it, it's easier this time to process it and to go through. This is so random, but I just had to get this off my chest, because 2020 has been a hard year, but overall I'm so ready to move. Like, not move out of Texas. We love living in Texas. We're just not really too fond of where we are. The healthcare there sucks. That's why I said I had to be an advocate for myself, because I wasn't going to get the answers that I was looking for. You know, she was a nice lady, but she was giving me information off of images, not what we saw on the screen together. Because heck, I couldn't even see what the ultrasound tech was seeing in the transvaginal ultrasound. So I was like, okay, well, I need somebody that can show me what is going on. What is going on with this baby? Why isn't there a heartbeat? So that's why I called my old prenatal care, because I had to be an advocate for myself. When you live in an area where the average OBGYN or doctor has a 3.5 rating, like nobody, at least from what I've seen, 3.5, 3.2, 2.9. When you hear locals having to go out of town to get health care, that's how you know that's an issue. So that's why I was like, that's a red flag number one. And even with my kids, I've told y'all before how both my kids were misdiagnosed. The pediatrician said that she had bronchitis and stuff like that. Took her to the ER because my daughter was still sick. I know my kids, and she was still not feeling well. My daughter had pneumonia. I told her that both my kids are allergic to penicillin. So I told her, don't give him medication with penicillin. What do? prescribed medication with penicillin. We had to take him to the ER, and it was just bad. And if you follow me on IG, you guys know how things are with my neighborhood. It's like that, the loud music and stuff. It's too much. Like, I'm thankful for all the blessings that have come from us moving to Texas so far, but I'm just so depressed where we are. Like, I mean, it's just to the point where I don't like coming out the house. That's why you guys barely see me vlog out of the house, because there's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. It's not what we thought it was. But when it comes to this healthcare, y'all, like, there aren't any black OBGYNs. There aren't any midwives at all. And I mean, it's just bad when it comes to the healthcare. Like I said, when you have people telling you before all of this that they go out of town to get healthcare, that's an issue. You know, unfortunately, you know, when you're stationed somewhere, or you have to locate somewhere for your job, or, you know, you have to, you know, life happens, and those are things out of your control. But I'm just praying to God, like, the next time we have, you know, next time that we are blessed to have a baby, like, I just pray we're in a better place with better health care, where I would get the care that I need right then and there. Because now that I've had another miscarriage, I don't want to say I'm going to be high risk, but I'm not no, you can't show me images. No. I can't be your client, because I need to know, as a black woman, like I told you, I'm the minority where I'm at. So you're not going to just tell me what I want to hear. No, I need to see why this is happening. I need answers, especially when it comes to my health. Okay? I'm not playing that. I'm just been so depressed, and now this miscarriage and all the news that has come with this has just added to that depression. But I'm going to push through. When I say this holiday season was not the best, because we got, like I said, the appointment was on the 22nd, Christmas was on the 25th. I did not enjoy Christmas. Like, if you guys saw in the last vlog, I don't know if you could tell, but I had just finished crying. I've been sad. I'm just, like I said, I just was not in a good place mentally. I don't know, like, this holiday season was not the best, but to see my kids happy and just being close to my family, like, this has really made us stronger, like, as a family. Like, I've just been loving on my kids. I mean, I love on them as is, but it just made me look at them and just love on them. Like, man, I have beautiful kids. Like, that's why, like, I'm not too mad, because I already have two beautiful babies as is, you know. And I'm sure this one would have been just as beautiful, but obviously God had other plans. But I've been loving on them more. The big guy has just been so supportive. I mean, he's been sad too, because, you know, like I said, we wanted another kid, but you know, but he's been so supportive, and I mean, he's ready to try again. But I'm like, let's hold on, pump your brakes. I just want to come on here and just share this experience, because it has been hard. But like I said, I didn't want to prolong telling you guys what was going on, because like I said, I just want to heal. I want to continue to heal, and I want to move forward from this. So I wanted to share my experience and what I've been going through with this. And Christmas week, we found out there's no heartbeat. Then on New Year's Day, that's when I started experiencing bleeding and stuff. So to say that my holidays this year were crappy would be an understatement, because it has not been the best, y'all. I've been trying my best, but it was not the best. But it would be a miracle for, I don't know, like I said, I'm not trying to say like, oh, well, next year we're going to have a baby on Christmas, or we're going to have a holiday baby, and it's going to make up for this loss and stuff. Because I don't know. Like I said, I'm at the point where I can't even question God, because in the end of the day, He has everything aligned. He has everything under control, and you cannot question the plan that He has for your life. But I mean, it would take a miracle to make up for this loss and this sadness that I experienced. Like, I would never forget holiday season 2020. And when I think back on Christmas and New Year's of 2020, 2021, I will always remember this. And so I don't want to go into the new year feeling defeated, or this is setting the tone for my new year. Like, no, I've already set my goals. I've already have some things that I want to accomplish. I'll be creating content again. Like I said, I just wanted to share this with you guys first before moving on and starting anew and afresh with my blog and my content. My blog is being revamped right now. I'm coming with good content, good quality content. So I'm very excited for what is going to come in 2021, no matter what. Like I said, this is not going to stop the blessings that are going to come into my life this year and beyond. But I'm just processing and going through this loss so that way I can have closure and just continue to move forward, stay optimistic, stay positive, but also just trust that God will give me beauty for my ashes. Like, I've seen him do it again. Y'all know with Tristan, we experienced our miscarriage in March 2017, and a whole year later in March 2018, my baby boy was born. So I've seen him do it. I've seen God do it, and I know he'll do it again. It's just, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'm still believing in his promises. I've been dwelling on, I'll leave the Bible verse here, but blessed is she who believed that God will fulfill her promise to her. Like, I've always loved that Bible verse, and I'm sticking with that. Like, he will fulfill the promises that he has for me, even when I don't understand, or even when something doesn't go my way. If something's not meant for me, it wasn't meant for me. So I'm just leaning on his promises and just trusting that things are going to get better. He knows my desire to move. Just waiting for some orders and some things to come through. So we don't know. We shall see. But all in all, I just want things to be better this year. Not just for me, but for you as well. But that is my miscarriage situation. And thank you so much for those who have shared their stories, those who have reached out. I'm sorry if I haven't responded to everybody yet. I took a couple of days off just to process and let things happen, because when I heard the news, nothing was going on. Like, my body wasn't doing anything, and I had to wait for my next appointment. So I didn't want to like speak negatively just yet. But now that things are happening, I just said, you know what, it is what it is at this point. So I just want to thank you guys so much for the prayers, the love. Like, y'all don't understand, like, before I shared what I shared on Instagram, I was not in a good place, y'all. Like, when I cried, I was like shaking, and when I start shaking, that's not good. I don't know, it's just something about once I shared that, like, this strength just came over me. Like, I felt better moving around the house. I wasn't crawled up on the couch or on the bed depressed. I mean, I was still depressed, but I wasn't super depressed. And I just thank you guys so much. So still continue to pray for us, but just know that things will get better for the Wise family, and he will bless us again in due time. So sorry this is long, but I hope you guys understand. So once I get back home, I will continue creating content. I will continue, doing my Instagram thing, my blogging thing, because I love that. But also, I hope that me sharing my experience will normalize how traumatic, miscarriages are, and, going through this a second time is just as hard as going through one, especially being far along. Doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't matter how far along, whether 4 weeks. A loss is a loss, and it's traumatic nonetheless. But hopefully we can start normalizing these kind of conversations so that other moms or moms to be don't feel alone, because I don't feel alone And that's why I'm not ashamed to share this, because I know now how common it is. And it just feels good to know that although I sympathize with other moms that have gone through this, it just feels good to know that you're not alone. Especially going through a loss during the holidays when you're supposed to be happy and joyful, especially after the year we had. And I still ended up, my year ended in sadness, you know, still grieving the loss of my grandma, and now I'm grieving the loss of my child, my unborn child. But thank you guys for listening. Like I said, I'll continue with my content creation and just praying that things get better in 2021. So I love you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.